singular in its essence and attributes, and beyond similes and metaphors, who is the creator and the sustainer of this artistically designed universe which has embellished with appealing beauty and charm. I am Nazir Rai from the hospital. I welcome you all to the campus of 10th Educational Institute from the bottom of my heart. My respected teachers, beloved friends and fellows, Assalamu alaikum. Today I am standing pressing the stage and I am mostly intending to express my deep thoughts on the subject power of knowledge. Knowledge has caused wonders in all aspects of human life, ranging from resurrection of a dead killer, who is still commemorated because of his knowledge, to the modern world of invention and innovation. Respected audience, let me put it simple for you. The great figures like Aristotle, Plato and Iqbal, who have passed away long back, yet are still remembered and celebrated. Do you know why? Because they have knowledge as their legacy. It is the power of knowledge which has certain consistency connected all as a global community. Dear audience, if you witness today, the hymns, Quran and Sikai, the devices which are used to communicate from Pakistan to thousands of kilometers apart to America and Canada, all are the products of knowledge. It is the power of knowledge. Dear audience, knowledge has everlasted all and simply with its impacts on human life. If I ever to keep speaking from its power, it might take me here and decade. Hence, I hereby emphatically state importance of knowledge. At last, I sum up my topic in the poetry of the poet Hafiz. आला मैं कॉल तो कहते हैं अगर तू है इल्म और है कलम न रहा अगर तू है इल्म और है कलम न रहा तो यकीन जान चश्मे आलम में मोहतरम न रहा थैंक यू ऑल
I commence with the mighty name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who is most compassionate and ever merciful. The galaxy of intellectual, the director, the talented teacher, the dear judges and shining star of Khan Academy. Assalamu alaikum. This is Jawad Rashid from class level 2. I welcome you all in the campus of Khan Academy with the core of my heart. Today, in this glorious moment, I have been given an opportunity to share my thoughts regarding success. I would like to begin my speech with these lines. मंजिल उनको मिलती है जिनके सीनों में जान होती है मंजिल उनको मिलती है जिनके सीनों में जान होती है परों से कुछ नहीं होता हौसलों से उड़ान होती है Basically, what is success? After a long time, with full struggle, ignoring the failure and getting an astonishing result. That's actually success. Success is not being better than someone else. It is being better than what you were yesterday. There are few steps which can be the cause of success. Dear audience, the first step is I'm going to discuss is belief system. A person should believe first on his creator who is Almighty Allah, and then he should believe on himself because until you believe on yourself, you cannot get success in your life. There is an example of a lion which is recognized the king of the forest due to belief system. Despite the presence of bigger animals than lion, but due to belief system, the king is called the lion. So it is pleasant for us to be the king of our goals, dreams, and achievements in our lives. The second step of success is hard work. A person cannot get anything Ali Jinnah says, success is impossible without participating women step by step. A woman can be a life partner, a mother as well. So be sure to make our mother happy in order that be sure to get success through our mother parents. In conclusion, I can say that without following the steps of success, anyone cannot get success in his life. To be sure to follow the steps of success and achieve our goals and dreams. I would like to conclude my speech with these lines. मंजिल से हाथ बढ़कर मंजिल तलाश कर, मंजिल से हाथ बढ़कर तू मंजिल तलाश कर, मिल जाए तुझको दरिया समंदर तलाश कर। अर्शी का टूट जाता है पत्थर की चोट से, पत्थर भी टूट जाए वो शीशा तलाश कर। सजदों में तेरे क्या हुआ सदियां गुजर गई, दुनिया तेरी बदल दे सजदा तलाश करते हैं।
Praise Allah, who is the creator of the universe, beginning with the glorious and soothing name of Allah, who is Wahid the One, Rahman the Merciful, Kareem the Most Glorious. Special thanks to my respected teacher, Sir Salman, and the entire present crowd. Today, on this beautiful and presenting moment, I, Jahanzir, will speak out on the given and assigned topic, break the chains, stand united against corruption. Mr. President, let me give a short touch to corruption in order to generate enthusiasm in my nation to fight against corruption. However, beautiful line of Jennifer Lawrence is to be quoted there in this regard. We need to tell each other our stories. We need to show that everyone, our neighbors, our families, our community leaders, everyone we know is touched by corruption. Exactly, Mr. President. Look to your surroundings. Everywhere you will find corruption. It is so rational, despairing and pathetic to say that no one is safe from the germs of corruption. Today, everyone is suffering from this very disease of corruption. Mr. President, believe me, it has left no one free. Corruption is a damning people. PM to PM, man to woman, woman to child, labor, leader, whom not else, Mr. President, whom not else. The curse like a terrorism, poverty, inflation, injustice, fragile education system, and the weak democratic structure of the country are all the outcomes of this disgusting and sorry corruption. It will kill you if you do not kill it. Respected audience, let's break the chain, stand united against corruption. Let's kill the germs of corruption. Let's root out corruption before it root out us, our dignity, peace and morality. Let it not spread anymore to spoil our society. Mr. President, unity as unbreakable strength, especially in a democratic country. Honorable spectators, in a democratic country, you the public are the honor of government, parliament, judiciary, or any other running institution. A question arises here, why has the public let the leaders do corruption, to loot the country, and seeing remains unseen in our circumstance? Why, Mr. President, why? There is no doubt. In fact, we the masses, people of this land, are responsible for the rapid growth of corruption. Yet, Mr. President, it is high time to demolish corruption before it demolishes. Let's leave no one, minister, bureaucrat, leader, or any other common mother to do corruption. Let's kill the germs of corruption. Let's purify our society from corruption. Unfortunately, it is difficult to do so, but it's not impossible. Yes, Mr. President, just difficult, but easy. Yes, easy. Child's play, when we break the chains, we stand united against corruption. We should be united to terrify every corrupt people. Our unity must be a threat for the corrupt people, and compel them to think thousands of times and remember the unity of us, we the masses. History reveals and shouts time and again, allow you for united to stand. I will sum up my speech with a famous and well-known quotation. Unity is strength.
My respected teachers, you people. Today I want to talk about a very critical issue that's affected millions of the people around all the world. Today we live in a world where Muslims are not getting their basic rights and freedom. We have violated the teachings of our own Prophet, peace be upon him, who taught us love and mercy. Mr. President, but the challenges faced by Muslims are today not just external. We also face internal conflict, division, and violence. We are also misrepresented in the media, leading to negative perception and calling Islamophobia. Mr. President, this is not only our citizens, but also to the society as a whole and paraphrase. Most importantly, we lack effective leadership. Our leaders often fail to provide guidance, fail to stand up for our rights, and fail to promote the values of Islam. But I stand before you to say that we can do this. We can work together. So let's stand up for our rights and demand justice. Work to break down stereotypes and promote more equality. So let's stand up for our rights and stand up for Islam. Support leaders who truly represent our values and interests. But it requires efforts, dictation, and violence. Let us to raise the challenges and make a bright future for us. Thank you.
Starting with the glorious name of Allah, who created me, you, and all the universe. After that, my greetings to the respected teachers and spectators. Mr. President, when I listened to saying that nothing is impossible in this world, I just astonished my mind got lost in deep thoughts. A very question rose in my mind that how can it be possible that nothing is impossible? A plethora of questions were revolving the core of my brain that can we even reach the moon? Can we change the darkness into brightness? Can man conquer the mountains, sea, air, the forest, and even the nature? Mr. President, I took a side on the pages of history. I was answered. Yes, Mr. President, my questions were answered, and my answers were satisfactory. I saw the name of Neil Armstrong on the golden pages of history that he is the first man who stepped on the moon. Mr. President, history reveals that how Thomas Edison tried and invented the bulb. How world he changed the dark nights into bright ones. I believe the same. I love the same, and I accepted the same that nothing would be impossible in this world. But Mr. President, I remember the country where I live. I came back from the world of English to a Muslim world, Pakistan. I saw the bloody situations in this land. I saw the bloodshed in Balochistan. I remember the heartbreaking circumstances of my nation. I remember the heart-wrenching attack on the people of Moscow. I found here the story of terrorism, corruption, injustice, poverty, AIDS, sorrow, nothing else. Mr. President, if everything is possible, then why not the end of terrorism, corruption, injustice, poverty? Why can't we see them? Humanity and prosperity. Why, Mr. President, why? Mr. President, if everything is possible, then why the possibility seems nowhere? I am not impressed. I hope for the best. I believe that one day my nation will change their fate. They will fight, defeat, challenge all challenges one day. They will fight, defeat, challenge all challenges one day. There will be joy, glory, prosperity, and morality everywhere. I believe the possibilities. Yes, I believe the possibilities. I will conclude my speech with the saying of Charles Kingsley that there is only one way to do the impossible is to believe it is possible. Thank you.
The name of Allah is most Rahman and Rahim, most beneficent. Respectable teachers and dear audience, Assalamu alaikum. I hope you all are okay. Today, my topic is about knowledge is power. Knowledge is the only thing that distinguishes man from animals. Hazrat Ali Raziallah said that knowledge protects the man. It's the only thing, it's the only difference between man and animal. Knowledge is the only thing that makes us live in the society. Knowledge is the only thing that makes us behave in the society. A knowledgeable man behaves like a gentleman. A person with knowledge is knows how to live in a society. They make wise decisions. They always think before making decisions because they have the power of knowledge. Because they always think before making decisions. A man doesn't have wings. A man can't run like a tiger. A man can't take burdens on his back like some beast. But you see, it's not the physical power. It's the power of knowledge that makes a man superior creature on earth. Moreover, you all know that an educated person and the person with knowledge are the officers, while an illiterate person, they are slaves. The person with education, the person with knowledge, they are rulers and leaders, while the others are slaves. They can't make their own decisions, but they just follow the orders. The persons, as we all know, that the West is dominating all over the world. Why? Because they know the power, they know the value of knowledge. They are creating the greatest scientists. The West is creating scientists. The West is creating great political thinkers. Why? This is all the active pursuit of knowledge. These are all the fruits of knowledge that they are creating. They are dominating the world. Why they are dominating? It's only because of their knowledge. We lost the war of independence from the British. Why? Because we didn't have knowledge. We are far away from them in the knowledge. They are greater than us in the knowledge. They have more knowledge than us. So dear fellows, I want to say that let us acquire the power to raise the image of our livelihood in the universe. Let us acquire the knowledge. I want to end this by saying, seek knowledge from greater to great. Because knowledge is endless. There is always something to learn and unlearn. You just have to go.